Good afternoon. Today we explore Astoria, which is part of one of the world's most diverse neighborhoods, Queens, here in New York. I just got off the metro here at Broadway. It took about 30 minutes to make my way here to Astoria. Now, one of my best friends lives here in Astoria, and this is a place that I stayed before. I love this area of New York, and we're going to explore Astoria and have a great day here. So again, this is part of Queens, and Queens is so unique because there are over 130 spoken languages here. Queens is known as one of the world's boroughs because of how many different ethnic groups are here. And Astoria is probably my favorite part in Queens. All right, ready for another big adventure, bro?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right,
let's go.
Cool, let's explore Astoria. All right, guys, so one of the largest populations here in Astoria is the Greek population, and you can see a Greek restaurant there, but we are actually on the hunt for a New York bagel, because when I started the series I said I got to get a New York bagel. I've hit all of my food goals so far except the bagel, so we're gonna go here to New York City Bagel. My buddy said this is a good one. He goes here quite often, and yeah, let's get ourselves the first New York City bagel. And right away you're hit with the smell of New York bagels. As soon as you come in here, the toasted smell. So good. All right, what do we have here? So we got bagels with butter. What do you go with? What do you recommend?
So I get the egg bagel.
Okay. Can you get it with like eggs or?
Yeah, I'll get it with eggs, cheese.
Oh, okay.
Different cheese.
Oh, good price too. It's like $4.50 for an egg, 2 eggs with cheese on a bagel, or $6 with a meat. I'm gonna decide and then we'll go from there. So guys, you can see back here, obviously you got so many different bagels to choose from: salt, multigrain, mini plain. You got the rainbow one, the poppy, the blueberry, everything, egg. I'm gonna go egg because the egg bagels are, in my opinion, the best. And then here you've got all this hummus, that Cookie Monster, mahi mahi jalapeno. Oh my gosh, hummus. Look at all these spreads. Oh. Kind of tempted to go hummus. All right, here's what we're looking at. $6. I put $1 tip, so not bad. Cool spot in here. Oh, this is pretty hefty, guys. Look how thick this is. Okay, so here it is. Pretty thick bagel. All right, let's give this a shot. Look at this bagel. Oh, that is so good. So much cheese, perfectly cooked eggs, and the egg bagel, I would say is the right one. It's the right choice. And there's just so much here. It's like really thick. Man. You really can't beat a New York bagel. All right, cheers. So when I was eating this bagel, I noticed we got Peruvian cuisine, classic old, 2 American joints, buffalo stuffed, but then you got poke, Japanese restaurant, Family Mart, which is Japanese, and then the Greek restaurant on the corner. And this highlights, again, the diversity of cultures, ethnicities, and cuisine that you can get here in Astoria. And it's one of the things that people come to Astoria for, because it's like basically stepping into multiple countries right here within the Queens borough. So pretty cool. You can find whatever you want here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a walk down Broadway and show you kind of one of the main drags here. So let's go. And so you'll notice this part of the metro is above ground. Mostly in Manhattan you're below ground, but I really like the way this Broadway area looks with the metro above at this intersection here. It reminds me also of a place I went in Seoul called Sangsu. Similar idea, but I don't believe it's the metro, it's something else. No, it is. And I said in that video, Sangsu reminded me of Astoria and New York a little bit. So we're here on Broadway. This is the main drag. This is probably the most lively area in Astoria. Always got these beer shops too. And looks like we got some cheap pizza here as we're going. And you would say that there's like a variety of places to get beers and stuff. I think we went there last time.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
like lots of different restaurants. There's you get
Sit out, have a beer.
sit out outside. Yeah, they still have the street seats right now.
Oh, cool.
In some of the places, I know they've been starting to take them down.
Yeah.
But you can see here they have them up still.
Okay. And that's from the COVID era, right? Is that why these?
Yeah, that's from COVID.
Yeah, these street eating areas happened because of COVID, because of the rules at that time. This is a really fun place. I remember we went there, and you can see everything here for a nice afternoon beer or a meal here in Astoria. I don't know, you guys know, if you've been watching me for a long time, my favorite thing is an outdoor beer. We'll probably get one of those later. But we also went there. Ammonia Cafe has really good breakfast. Oh, I got the Jarritos, Carnitas y Señor. Oh, got some street food here. Oh, that looks sick. So we're just walking down Broadway. It goes on quite a way, and then it meets with Steinway. Steinway is another really happening area here in Astoria. Again, as you're walking through here, see the Mexican flag up, Cafe de Hola, and you get nice Mexican cuisine there. I say that sounds really good. I miss my trip in Mexico. Some of the best food in the world. I've been on record saying some of the best food in the world is in Mexico City. All right, so eventually you get to the intersection of Steinway, and this is another area that just has so much stuff going on. Bars, restaurants, there's even a German kebab place up there, and we might grab some coffee or a beer. Now, one of the other things in Astoria is the variety of museums. So one of the really cool ones is the Museum of Moving Image. Yeah, Museum of Moving Image.
Yeah.
And we might end up heading there. We'll see. All right, guys. So trying to highlight the diversity and variety of cuisines you can get here. And this Mocha & Co. is a Yemeni coffee spot. So let's get a coffee in here. Check it out. So I don't know what I'm gonna go with. This is good. All right, so I got the Mufwar, and that was recommended. If it's your first time here, to try that, so it should be good. So both got the Mufwar, and I like this glass because it's like it insulates the heat, so you can put your hand on it. But anyway, I got mine with sugar, so let's try the Mufwar. Oh, it's so hot, but oh man, you get the, is it cardamom?
Yeah.
I think it's cardamom is the primary spice in there. Boy, this reminds me of when I went to Malaysia and I ate at a Syrian restaurant. I've actually eaten there a couple times. It's Damascus shawarma, and you get their Tay Tarik. This reminds me of Tay Tarik a bit. With that like the Middle Eastern spices here in the coffee. Despite that, it's nice and creamy, and it's not overly sweet. How's yours without sugar? It's still sweet?
It's good. No, it's not that sweet.
Not sweet.
No.
Yeah.
It's a really good flavor though.
Okay. Oh yeah, this was recommended, and if you've never had Yemeni coffee like I've never had, you should come here to Mocha & Co. Nice pick me up. All right guys, pro tip, not only does Karma Grill have great food, but apparently they have $2 waters. So I'm gonna grab one, and if you are in the area, you get a cheap water. Poland Spring. I don't know guys, I thought this was cool. Hobby shop, you can see like the antiques here. You got $2 CDs and all these figures and stuff. It looks like you can do like models. I don't know, I thought it was like an antique shop because of the antiques outside, but no, it's a hobby shop. Books here, $1 books. Let's see, do they have anything interesting? Irresistible Impulse. I don't know. All right guys, beer number one is going to be Judy Punch. Definitely nice outdoor vibe here. Let's check it out. Oh, there's even a back patio. All right guys, so we got a nice spot overlooking the street here. Cheers. Allagash White. Is it too early to drink? No, it's not. All right guys, round two. It's beer o'clock somewhere. Cheers. It's actually 3 p.m. on Saturday, so. a problem without telling me I have a problem. All right, guys. Well, that is definitely a nice spot. Judy and Punch cocktails. So I had a few beers, and now we're gonna go get some meats, and then we're gonna go to a social hall, which is one of the things to do here in Astoria. And I got some more things planned for this video, so stay tuned. For my Korean viewers, which I know there are a lot of you, got a BBQ chicken here. This is one of the most popular Korean fried chicken spots in the world, but certainly in Korea, in Seoul. And you can get it right here in Astoria. That's amazing. I got other food to eat, but trust me, I wanna go get some Korean fried chicken every day. All right, so my buddy here said that I have to try, what is it, candied
bird ends.
Candied burned ends.
They're the best.
It's like candied meat, so we're gonna go get some candied meat. Sounds unique at a butcher block. All right, folks, so here are the burn ends. So it's like a sugary candied sauce, like barbecue sauce on, what's the meat?
Beef.
Beef.
Yeah.
So let's try it. And then these are Narangasai lagers, so cheers. We're doing a bit of bar hopping today, guys. Let's try the candied meat. So these are called burnt ends. They're called burnt ends, not candied meat, but yeah, the burnt part is candied. Oh. Oh man. Wow, guys. So it's really fatty, tender beef, and it's not as sweet as you'd think. Like, I was making out to be really sweet. It's not as sweet as you think, but there is a sweetness. And gosh, I wish I could show you. It just, the meat just pulls right apart. It's so tender and fatty. Oh man. Oh, it just melts in your mouth. You don't have to chew like almost at all for this. Wow. Mmm. Oh my god. See, now I want to try all the meat here. This is insane. Oh my god. You gotta come here and get this. So guys, just to explain this a little bit more, it's sort of like a sweet southern barbecue sauce. That's sort of what this is. This isn't like sugary. It's not like super sweet. It's not like candy. But it's like a sweet southern barbecue sauce. But with the burn, it's like salty and sweet and salty. And the beef just couldn't be cooked better. I mean, it's literally perfectly cooked, and it's fatty and tender. Oh my god. All right, folks, so one of the benefits of being in Astoria is, obviously, in New York City, rents are high. It's much higher than the national average. New York City is expensive. But as you can see here, the residential street here, in Astoria, the average rent is only $2,300 a month, and I say only because that is much lower than the rest of New York, or the majority of New York. And the other thing about renting an apartment here in Astoria is you typically get a larger space. So the average space here in Astoria is 600 square feet, which is much higher than, for example, if you lived in where I'm staying, Manhattan. So Astoria provides a pretty good value, and it's just across the river from Manhattan, so it only takes about 20 minutes to get into Manhattan. You can rent a place here, one bedroom place, for $2,300 a month, get more space, more bang for your buck here in New York City. And I think this is why a lot of people have decided to come here. Of course, also because of the diversity, not only in the people that live here, but also the cuisines that you can eat in Astoria. It does kind of feel like you're in a different country here, or multiple countries here. Again, there are over 100 languages spoken here in Astoria and in Queens specifically. Now, Astoria has a very high Greek population and an Egyptian population, but there are cultures from all around the world here in Astoria. Like, I know this is why my buddy has decided to live here, and you have easy access to everything. The metro here is super nice in terms of its convenience to all parts of New York. And yeah, do you have anything to add?
I mean, it's just got a great vibe. Like, yeah, like you said, like there's restaurants from all over the place. You have a variety of different places to go. There's access to museums. You're 20 minutes away from Manhattan, especially Central Park. If you want to go to Central Park, it's like a 15-20 minute ride, and you're into south of Central Park. So
yeah,
it's a great location.
Yeah. So I can see how this would be a place that I would decide to live in if I came to New York, especially because I don't like the idea of spending over $3,000 a month on rent. To me, that's just high. That's just crazy. And also the taxes in New York City are super high. This is one of the worst tax places in the world, not just in America, but New York and LA have some of the highest taxes in the world. So if you can cut that down by lowering your rent a bit, it makes sense to be in a place like Astoria. But yeah, you can get a shot of some of the apartment buildings here. I know my buddy lives in a really nice place, especially for what they're paying. And I think the older buildings, you probably get even more bang for your buck. You know, I've stayed here before in an Airbnb. I've spent some time here in Astoria. It's pretty safe. It's pretty safe, all things considered. One thing I wanted to say is, you know, when I took the metro in here, it's like the difference in terms of the vibe between Manhattan and Queens is like night and day. It's like one of the cool things about being in New York is you can get on the metro and you can be in a completely different place in 15-20 minutes. And you know, this is a totally different experience than being in Manhattan. It's got more of a neighborhood feel here in Astoria, very walkable. And again, you could never, like, it'd be impossible to try all the different cuisines here in a year plus. Yeah, like there's always new restaurants opening up. And yeah, I stayed in a place like this, actually. This might have actually been it. I don't actually remember, but I stayed in a place like this and it was really nice. All right guys, we're gonna go to one of the most legendary social spots here in Astoria. It's called the Bohemian Beer Garden. You can see the original beer garden, established 1902. And this is a Soviet era beer garden. Let's just find the way to get in. And yeah, it's like a social hangout, social spot. And yeah, let's go in. I don't know if we go in there or there. Let's see. So this is a Czech and Soviet era beer garden, the Bohemian Hall. So we can get some Czech beer here. All right, so let's check it out, guys. Look at this. Wow, this is sick. All right, so let's order here. They got the Oktoberfest, but we're gonna go with the Czech lager. You got to at the Czech place. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. I got the Czech bar. He got the Pilsner Urquell, which is a really good lager. This is nice. What do you think? Guys, this is a vibe right now. I'm trying to find a giant pretzel. It's 16 bucks for a giant pretzel, but I think I can get it here, so I'll show you it. All right, 29 bucks for a giant pretzel and fries. So you take the check and then you go over here. All right, guys, look at this giant ass pretzel. Oh my God, look at that. All right, guys, let's try this. We got cheese sauce. Oh man, there's nothing better than a pretzel and a beer. Oh man, this is insane. Cheers. Let's also do a fry test. Bar food, you can't beat it. Cheers. All right guys, so the Bohemian Beer Hall. Please put this on your list. So you order drinks there, and then over there is the grill. I showed you that. Right here's the live band, and it's just open seating. You'll sit with other people, have a good time, share stories. There's even like a dance hall here, a dance spot here. I am so glad that we came here. So Soviet era Czech beer hall, awesome. So speaking of the diversity in restaurants, cultures, and markets, here's the Euro Market, and let's take a look in here and just see what this is about. I'm kind of curious. Let's look at some prices and see what it's about. Here's what we can find here. So you can see all of these different types of cheeses. Wow, look at this. Have you ever seen so many different types of cheeses, guys? Got an olive bar here. Wow, that's a pretty insane olive bar. Look at this. These artichokes. Oh no, more olives. It smells like just pure olives here, guys. Turkish feed bread. Mitch used to live in Switzerland, guys. Oh wow. Chicken luncheon. So many like European products that are hard to find in other places in the US. Like I know where I'm from in the US, this stuff isn't available. There's even Dutch laundry detergent. So guys, we're just exploring Astoria more, and actually the Airbnb I stayed in was like right along this street, and this is like a very Astoria look. Like this is the architecture of Astoria. Right over here is the main boulevard, Broadway. I'd recommend staying in one of these places, and the Airbnb should be cheaper here than other places in New York. At least that was my experience. So, but this trip, as you guys know, I'm staying in Manhattan. All right, so another thing that Astoria is known for is its history in the filmmaking industry. And here is the Kaufman Astoria Studios. All right, so this is a huge studio production area, and a lot of the television shows connected to New York come out of here or somehow connected to Kaufman Studios. So this is a really cool spot. And right below Kaufman Studios is a pizza spot called Saks that I'd recommend. So yeah, I think we'll also check something else out, like the Museum of Moving Image. And I'll just show you where that is. It's actually right here next to Kaufman Studios, and we did this. I went here last time I was in New York, and this is definitely a museum you want to check out. I would say it's sort of like a futuristic museum. Some of the installations are really, really mind-blowing. So I'd also recommend you come to the Museum of Moving Image. We're not going to be going in today, but yeah, this is also a really cool spot. I think we'll continue our bar hopping. All right guys, Madame Marie's bar. This is our last, I think probably our last spot. We'll see. We're gonna grab a few drinks here. This place is cool. There's like murals all over the wall. Tarot reader. Oh, look at that. Cheers. All right guys, bar hopping Astoria. I got beer all over me, guys. It's just a nice vibe to sit out here and watch people watch. All right, guys. Well, I think I have my fill of food and beer here in Astoria. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now I am going to take you on the journey back to Midtown, and hopefully I can get the one that's coming in 3 minutes here. So we just tap OmniPay here. Perfect. And then we're gonna go Manhattan, and we're gonna take the N back to Midtown. Oh, was that it? Oh, that was it. Oh no. Now I gotta wait. Damn, that sucks, guys. That seriously sucks. It said 3 minutes. I don't know, guys. That sucks, doesn't it? Like that, we're back in Times Square. All right, yeah. What an amazing day here in Queens, in Astoria. And you know, that last clip highlights the convenience of coming to New York. You can literally be transported into a new world in 20 minutes. So I tell you guys, I'm really liking it here. Thinking I'll be back. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I'm most certainly be talking to you again soon. Peace.